Francis Bacon's essay Of Revenge is a thoughtful and moral reflection on the human desire to take revenge. In this essay, Bacon examines why people seek revenge, how it affects the mind and society, and why forgiveness and justice are better alternatives. Written in clear and practical language, the essay advises readers to rise above personal anger and act with wisdom. Bacon does not deny that the feeling of revenge is natural, but he strongly argues that acting on it only causes more harm. Through this essay, Bacon teaches that true greatness lies in self-control and moral strength, not in returning injury for injury. Francis Bacon was a famous English philosopher, statesman, and essayist of the late 16th and early 17th century. He is often called the father of modern empirical science because he emphasized observation and experience over blind belief. Bacon wrote essays not for entertainment but to guide people in practical life. His essays deal with common human emotions such as anger, ambition, love, and revenge. Of Revenge reflects his belief that reason and moral judgment should control human passions. In the essay, Bacon begins by stating that revenge is a kind of wild justice. By this, he means that revenge feels like justice to the injured people, but it is not true justice because it is driven by personal emotion rather than law or reason. Bacon explains that when people take revenge, they place themselves on the same moral level as the person who wronged them. He points out that the law is meant to punish wrongdoing, and when a person seeks personal revenge, they challenge the authority of law and order. Thus, revenge creates disorder in society instead of correcting it. Bacon further explains that revenge keeps old wounds open. A person who constantly thinks about revenge continues to suffer, while forgiveness allows the mind to heal. He says the wise people ignore small injuries because life is too short to be wasted on anger. According to Bacon, public revenge, such as legal punishment, may sometimes be necessary to protect society. But private revenge only satisfies personal pride and ego. He also suggests that enemies often expect revenge, so forgiving them can confuse and weaken them more than revenge ever could. In explaining human nature, Bacon admits that people naturally feel pleasure in seeing their enemy suffer. However, he believes that this pleasure is low and animal-like, not noble. He compares forgiveness to a princely quality, suggesting that only strong and confident people can forgive. Weak people seek revenge because they feel powerless. Strong people rise above insults and focus on greater goals in life. In a modern context, Bacon's ideas are still very relevant. Today, revenge appears in many forms, such as online harassment, public shaming, and personal conflicts. Social media often encourages instant reaction and emotional responses, which can quickly turn into revenge. Bacon's advice reminds us to pause, think rationally, and allow lawful systems to handle wrongdoing. Forgiveness and emotional maturity help individuals maintain mental peace and prevent unnecessary conflicts. Of Revenge is a powerful moral essay that warns against the destructive nature of revenge and promotes forgiveness, patience, and respect for law. Bacon teaches that revenge may give temporary satisfaction, but it ultimately damages both the individual and society. True wisdom lies in self control and forgiveness. By choosing reason over anger, a person achieves inner peace and moral superiority. Bacon's message encourages readers, even today, to live with dignity and restraint rather than being ruled by harmful emotions.